What is up, guys, and welcome to another edition of the Market Marauder Show. Thanks for joining, and make sure you hit that thumbs up. On the show, we talk about penny stocks, options, and some other things that are going on in the market. So let's jump into it. Today I'll be talking about top EV charging stocks. Now, the EV market, meaning electric vehicle market, is red hot in my personal opinion. There are a lot of EV companies out there: Tesla, NIO, Xpeng, Liado. You got even some penny stocks that are EV stocks out there. But overall, the market, I think, is red hot and will continue to grow as time goes on. Now, this video is going to be talking about the EV charging stocks. So some of the stocks that may not or may be overlooked, but for every EV car that's out there, there has to be chargers. So besides looking at companies like NIO and Tesla, which are the main two that I see out there trading, these are some companies that provide those charging solutions for people who have EV or electric vehicles. So the first one we'll talk about on here is ticker sign ETN for Eaton. And I did touch 128.58. That was on the 11th of January. They are bearish, denoted by the moving average 10 line, being below moving average 50 and 100 at the time of this video. And then also they ended the week at 123.17. On a positive note, they went up $2.07 after hours to end at 125.24. So a 1.68% increase after hours, which means they could have some potential run up for Tuesday when the market opens. Now, bear in mind the market is closed Monday, so today for MLK Day, but it will be open on Tuesday. So on the channel, I like to give some background information, to talk about why I think the stock is a good stock. So let's do that. On here, this is just talking about Eaton's different power stations. You can see they do have ChargePoint on here, what I'll be talking about later on. But they say Eaton's POW-R station, level 2 electric vehicle charging station, the most robust, flexible offering of EV SE on the market. So if we scroll down here, we can see the different stations that they have. They have the universal receptacle, which is level 1. Then the level 1 charging station, level 2 charging station, commercial level 2, and DC quick charger. So it talks about the different input voltages, input amperages, max power. It also talks about the mounting, the enclosure that they have. So NEMA 3R seems to be all three of them, which is stainless steel and aluminum in most cases. So the aluminum one's going to be the one for the commercial level one. Then talking about the ground fault protection. So really getting into some of the details for it. So on here, we can also see that the last two on here for the DC quick charging, as well as the commercial level 2, they have wireless communication, network connectivity, credit card reading, access control, and things of that nature. I think overall they will continue to grow as time goes on. Very interesting technology, and definitely a very interesting space. I'm very interested to see how this grows over time and how the EV network in general will spread throughout the future. So that's the first one that we have on here is Eaton. Next one is ticker sign ABB for ABB. That's the company's name. Now they have fallen from $30.89 all the way down to $29.31, which is the level where they fell to. They rallied up a little bit to end the week at $29.35, and then after hours went up 46 more cents to go up to $29.81. So overall, still bearish on this one, but moving average, but VWAP is above moving average 10. So one positive metric that I can say on that. Then we can see moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. So that is my second indicator for a bearish movement. So I would say it's bearish because moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. Going into background on them, they do a lot of EV charging, have a very robust catalog for vehicle charging infrastructure, which they have on here. And these are some of the products that they have. They have AC stations, DC stations, DC fast charging. So this is the 50 to 180 kilowatt. They have DC high power, which is 175 to 350 kilowatt. And then vehicle to grid, which I don't think is out yet. They have the overnight charging stations, Root Panto Up, and route Panto down. So this is for your e-bus or en-route charging or electric bus stations. Then they have these ones for commercial fleets, so for electric vans and such. Some of these solutions right here are not really available in the U.S., so I don't think in the U.S. we have electric bus depots, but I do know we have some of these public fast charging stations and the public at-home residential charging stations. So some of these are available in the U.S., some of them overseas, maybe a little more advanced in the technology than in the U.S. But overall, ABB is not a just U.S.-based company. It is a company that is a global solutions company. So I think it's very interesting that they have this technology, and definitely like to see some of these solutions be integrated into the U.S. in the future, especially considering this presidency that we have. Leading more towards the Go Green initiatives that are being, rolled out by this administration. So going to be seeing potentially some of this stuff come out in the future. So that's the next stock, ABB. The next one, which people may be more familiar with, is Blink Charging, ticker sign BLNK. They did touch $57.85. I definitely like Blink Charging quite a bit. I have them in my long-term portfolio. They did touch 54.80, which is this metric right here, but then fell down to 47.10. Then rallied after hours to end at 47.51, but overall still bearish on them as well. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, which is this purple and yellow line. And VWAP is above moving average 10, which may denote that it has some more potential to move back up. Overall, I think it's a great long-term stock for anybody to hold. Now, bear in mind, it's not financial advice, not telling you what stock to buy or what stock not to buy. Just for educational purposes, in my opinion, in the grand scheme of EV charging, I think Blink is a very fantastic company. Now, going to some of their press releases, we can see they closed a $232.1 million common stock public offering. Then they also were presented at this conference, and they have been, just expanding their business in general. So I think the companies could continue to grow as time goes on. And very interested to see how these Blink chargers are being incorporated into different companies as well as to homes around the U.S. and abroad. Last on here, we're going to talk about is ticker sign SBE for Switchback Energy Acquisition. Now, this company is going to be ChargePoint, so you may be familiar more with the name ChargePoint, but this is the company that is merging with ChargePoint, for ChargePoint can go public. So based on this article right here, we can see Switchback seems fully valued ahead of its ChargePoint merger. So they're going to be merging with ChargePoint. And so ChargePoint can go public. Now, ChargePoint, I would say, is my number one pick for EV charging stations. I think ChargePoint is an amazing company. I like their app. I like the way that they, do different things. Now, me personally, I do not have an EV vehicle. I would like to get one in the future, or multiple ones in the future. Just a little bit too pricey for me at the moment. But once I do get one, I would like to do the ChargePoint solutions in order to do that. I like just the way ChargePoint's business is ran with their robust, mapping system and things of that nature. So this is their website. Just talks about their businesses, fleets, and drivers. There's hundreds of thousands of charge, so it basically tells you all the places that ChargePoint chargers are located. Just talks about business solutions. So if you want to buy one for your business, they'll talk about installation and how they go about doing that part of the business. But overall, I think ChargePoint is a fantastic company, and I would like to see, where they go from this merger with SBE or Switchback Energy Acquisition. So those are the top 4 that I think everyone should look at: ETN, ABB, BLNK, and SBE. Good luck to everybody out there trading. Make sure that thumbs up if this video helped you, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.